Hello, Kings. Today, I have another topic for you. And this video is more directed to guys that are more in the early stages of their self-improvement journey, per se. Guys that necessarily may not be very attractive right now, may not have built up the gains to what is satisfactory. Of course, it'll never be satisfactory. You'll always be chasing more gains, but there is a point where you think, wow, I've made a lot of progress. And we all want to get to that point. But the topic of today is to stop worrying about women. And I know you're like, oh, stop worrying. Wait, what? No, wait, what are you talking about? What I'm talking about is self-improvement YouTubers. We talk a lot about getting women and learning how to attract women and understanding feminine energy. But I think that this is more of a thing that you should worry about when you are later more developed in your self-improvement journey. And I think what you should be worrying about right now if you're just starting self-improvement is, number one, going to the gym, improving your mental health, so meditating, gratitude journaling, doing all that stuff, and your religion, developing your faith and becoming more stronger in your faith. And I say that because, okay, let's say there are things you can do to be more attractive to women as soon as you start your self-improvement journey, such as, learning how to mew, how to look a lot better, be more dress better, smell better. All these things you can do to look better to women, but really what's going to attract women more over time is confidence, good looks, good jawline, good eye contact. And these are things that develop over time. These aren't things that just come around. And if you're really wasting your time by trying to talk to women right now and get a girlfriend right now when you're not very developed in your self-improvement journey. And the reason for this is you are what you attract. And we don't want loser freaking disgusting women. Like we don't want that. We want like high quality women that are full of feminine energy, that are in touch with their feminine core. And you're not going to attract women like that when you're 110 pounds and are addicted to video games and watching porn and you're just a loser. And so you have to develop yourself before you want to worry about women. And I know a lot of you won't listen, but once you do fail and you realize that you need to develop yourself more and you need to focus on some other things first, you might come back to this video and then you might want to listen to me. And I wish that I would have worried less about women until I was about my age, 15, 16, and or 15, 16, maybe waited until I was older instead of starting a lot earlier, because I would have saved myself a lot of heartache and a lot of trouble. And I want that. I want that for you. I want you to focus on the gym, focus on your business, your I would say business is also later on in your self-improvement journey. But what you can do is start learning about business. You can start learning about business, and you can as soon as you start your self-improvement journey. So I advise you to start learning about feminine energy in business as soon as you start your self-improvement journey, but don't necessarily act upon it as soon as you start, because you'll get burnt out and then it just won't be good. And so, of course, learn about those things, now. Like, if you're not, you need to be learning about those things. But I say don't act upon those things for now. Of course, we all want to eventually, but just don't do that right now. So, my advice for you right now is to start going to the gym, get a good schedule going together. I'm probably going to post a course about the perfect 3-day gym schedule. And, of course, it'll be a paid course because it's the best 3-day gym schedule that's out there. And, but yeah, you can look them up depending on how many days you can go to the gym. You need to base your routine around that. So I go 3 days a week and I spend about 2 hours a day at the gym, and that works really well for me. And so you really just need to find what works well for you. And so of course, going to the gym, meditating. I would try to find a fighting dojo to go to learning jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, karate if jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai aren't available, taekwondo maybe. Really, you need to find Muay Thai or jiu-jitsu or wrestling. Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu, or wrestling. Find one of those if you can, but if all else fails, you can do karate, Tai freaking Chi or Taekwondo or whatever the heck is out there now. But really, Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai, because they're the best for learning how to survive in an actual fight. And so that's what you need to focus on. And also, like, you're probably gonna make it harder for yourself in the future to pull women if you start now, because right now, if you're just starting your self-improvement journey and recently you've been addicted to porn, video games, and you haven't had good hygiene, you're probably a really disgusting person, and women probably want to puke in their mouth when they see you. And so you you don't want to ruin it for yourself in the future by disgusting women of your presence. So that way, because once you ruin yourself in a woman's mind, they're no matter what you do in the future, they're always going to be disgusted by you, no matter what happens. I'll share a story. So once upon a time, there's this woman that I met at a rodeo, and we had been talking, and she told me she really liked me. You know, she was a very beautiful woman. She, actually, her uncle or her grandparents or something, are actually the people on Mountain Men, believe it or not. And so, it was like her uncle, her grandparents, or like her second removed step cousin or something like that. It was really weird, but something like that. So you can imagine what she looked like. You know, she was a bigger girl. She wasn't fat or anything. She was just like really tall. She was good looking too. Dumpy, but anyways, she was a good looking gal, and she really liked me. But once she was sick. And this is when I just started getting good at talking to women, and she was sick one day, and we had been calling on the phone a lot. And I was like, hey, you should call me. She was like, no, I'm sick. I don't want to talk to you right now. And she was the kind that when she was on call, she always sounded very feminine. She always sounded very put together and very, very clean. And she did not want to talk to me because she was sick. And I was like, come on, please, just for a minute. I just want to hear your voice. And eventually, after like 30 minutes, I had convinced her. And I picked up, and I was, it was my plan to, flatter her, make her laugh, and just be great. And she picked up. I kid you not, it sounded like a grown man when you picked up the phone. It was like, hello? Hello? That's literally what it sounded like when she picked up the phone. I was like, oh. Hey, how you doing? And she was like, I was like, so you are pretty sick. And she was like, yeah, I'm pretty freaking sick. And it's like, oh, okay. Not talking at all, not her normal self at all. Once we hung with the phone, instantly died after that. And this was like probably at like the best we had been doing. Like she really liked me at this point. And like I wasn't nearly as attractive as then as I am now, but I was all right. I was still like 6'4", really tall, but I only weighed like 160, 150. But when I met her, it was at like a rodeo dance, and I had a shirt on. It was dark, and it was like a rave. If you've ever been to a concert at a rodeo, it's like a southern rave. Everybody's here drinking beer, vaping. Midlife crisis kind of stuff. But so she didn't really get to see me, but yeah, she really liked me, and but after that, I could tell she was just totally disgusted by me, totally mad, didn't want to talk to me, and I died from there. It just died from there. Like, I tried to talk to her from then on. She never started the conversation after that. But up until then, she started the conversation every day, multiple times a day. She never started the conversation after that again. And if you're the one that has to start the conversation every time, she don't like you, you need to stop talking to her. If you are starting the conversation every single time, she doesn't like you, and you need to stop talking to her. I probably needed to hear that. But with that being said, that's about all I have for you today. So just don't worry about women right now. That'll come later. Of course, you've probably heard every adult in your life say that. But it doesn't have to be long. Maybe if it's even just a few months from now, that's okay. Just develop yourself a little bit more and don't be a little gremlin. And so develop yourself a little more. Get in the gym. Bulk up some. Wash your freaking face and brush your teeth and groom yourself a little bit. And, then you can start, engaging the women a little bit. But, thank you for watching, brothers. I appreciate it. And I'm on your side.